Good morning, students. Welcome back to the class. Hope the last class concept is clear. So the last class concept was purely based on area of a triangle. I told you what are the practical applications of determinants is all about. So one practical application is to find the area. The next one is something called as inverse of a matrix. That will be help us in solving the system of linear equations. You know how to solve system of linear equations, but using determinants we will solve it. Okay, that is another method that you have to just look for. So I told you what are the chapters I have already finished in the earlier classes. So we are continuing with the determinants today. So see, my main topic is actually going to be solving system of linear equation. To do this, I have to find what is called as inverse of a matrix. I know how to find inverse of a matrix by elementary transformation in matrix. There is a simple method of finding inverse by using determinant. So to reach this inverse, I have to go step by step. Okay, there are few definitions I have to learn. Okay, before I go and find the value of inverse of a matrix. So let us see everything with an example. So let me consider a matrix A given by A11, A12, A21, A2. I have taken a 2 by 2 matrix to explain my next concept. My next concept is what is called as minor of an element. So what is the meaning of minor of an element? See, the heading is minor. There are three things before finding A inverse. See, A inverse I simply cannot find it directly. To do this, first thing I need to study what is called as minor of a matrix, minor of an element. The next is I should find out what is called as cofactors. Then I should find something called as adjoint. Then I will find out A inverse. To reach this, I should study these three topics today. Clear? Okay. Now, let's look at the heading minor of an element. For example, there are 4 elements here. I should find out the minor of each element. So, what is the minor of the element A11? Simply delete the column and row in which A11 is present. What is the remaining element? A22. So, what is that I am going to write now? So, minor of A11 is equal to A22. Like that, I should continue for all the 4 elements. One element is over, the remaining 3 elements I should continue. Now, let me take up A12. So, minor of the element A12. See, it's an element of second column and first row. Leaving that, what is the remaining element? A21. So, minor of the element A12 is equal to A21. Like that, let's come to the next element. My next element is A21. Correct now? So, leaving the column and row in which, leaving the row and column in which that element is present, the remaining element is A12. So, minor of the element A21 is equal to A12. Now, similarly, if I go for A22, that's an element of second column and second row. Leaving that, the remaining element is A11. So, minor of the element A22 will be equal to A11. So that is how to obtain the minor of each element of a given square matrix. So what is the definition exactly? It's been given in the EPL. Minor of an element. For example, the element is Aij. Think that the element is Aij. Is the determinant of submatrix. Is the determinant of submatrix obtained after deleting ith row and jth column. Observe the definition carefully. It is the determinant of the submatrix obtained. Sir, you will be thinking, sir, where, sir, you didn't take determinant? Oh, okay, fine. We know actually this is nothing but A22 itself, right? So determinant of A21 is nothing but A21 itself. Correct? No. So the definition says it is a determinant of a submatrix obtained after deleting. See, it's an element Aij, right? After deleting the ith row and jth column. Delete the column and row in which that element is present. Go and find out the determinant of the remaining submatrix. Whatever the value we are going to get, that will be called as the minor of the element Aij. So I have given an explanation simply for a 2 cross 2. Okay. Now what if I start with a 3 cross 3? For example, A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So there are 9 elements now, and for all the 9 elements I should go and find out the minor. I will not do it for all the 9. Simply I will explain for at least few elements. For example, let me take this. So I want to find out minor of the element A12. Delete the column and row in which A12 is present and take the determinant of the remaining 4 elements A21, A23, A31, A33. Now expand it. This is A21, A33 minus A23 multiplied by A3. Determinant of the submatrix after deleting the row and column in which this element is present. Okay, let me take this one. A21. It's an element of second row and first column. Leaving this, there are remaining 4 elements. The remaining 4 elements are A12, A13, A32, A33. So just expand this, whatever the value you are going to get, that will be called as minor of the element A21. What if I suppose want to find out the minor of A32? Delete the second column and the third row. What are the remaining 4 elements? Take these 4 elements, expand it and get it. So I can go and find out the minor of all the 9 elements by using the simple concept. Delete the column and row in which that element is present and take the determinant of the remaining 4 elements. Just expand it, whatever you get, that will be called as the minor of the element. So I told you the definition. If you are finding the minor of the element Aij, it is the determinant of the submatrix after deleting the ith row and jth column. Okay, so that's the definition of minor of an element. So I told you how to find minor. My next thing is going to be what is called as finding cofactors. Cofactor of the element Aij. See, usually if I am finding a minor of the element Aij, let me just denote it by Mij. Okay, so cofactor of the element Aij is denoted by capital Aij and it is defined as minus 1 to the power I plus j multiplied by the minor of this element. What is the minor of the element Aij? Mij. Don't look at the definition wise. This not at all will be considered when I am explaining you how to practically find the cofactors. I will tell you an easier method. Definition wise you remember. Cofactor of an element Aij is denoted by capital Aij and it is defined as minus 1 to the power I plus j multiplied by the minor of this element. Minor of this element is Mij. So that is the definition of cofactor of an element. Now let me just take a practical example to explain these two concepts. For example, let's consider a square matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. So first thing I want to find out the minor of each element. So minor of the element 1. Minor of the element 1 equal to, you leave the column and row in which 1 is present. The remaining element is 4. Directly write. The next thing. Minor of the element 2. Leave the first row and second column. The remaining element is 3. So minor of the element 2 is 3. Now let's come to this one now. Minor of the element 3, it's an element of second row and first column. The remaining element is 2. So minor of the element 3 equal to 2. Similarly, minor of the element 4. 4, if you leave this column and row, the remaining element is 1. We got the minor. Minor for a 2 cross 2, it's quite easy for us. Now, what I want to find exactly is cofactor of the element 1. Cofactor of the element 1. Okay. 1 is an element of first row, first column. Correct, right? So, what is the value of I and j now? I and j are going to see minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1 multiplied by, what is the minor of the element 1? Minor of the element 1 is 4. Minus 1 power 2 will be plus 1 multiplied by 4 will be 4. See, definition wise I am explaining you how to find cofactors, but later on I will teach a simple method to convert from minus to cofactors directly. Clear? Okay. Now the next thing, cofactor of the element 2. 2 is an element of, this 2 I am talking, 2 is an element of first row and second column. So minus 1 power 1 plus 2, first row second column multiplied by the minor of 2. Minor of 2 is 3. What is minus 1 power 3 will be minus 1. Minus 1 multiplied by 3 will be minus 3. The next, minor of the element 3. 3 is an element of second row, first column. Correct now? Second row, first column multiplied by the minor of 3. Minor of 3 is 2. And on simplifying this, I am going to get it as minus 2. Now the next is cofactor of the element 4. Cofactor of the element 4. 4 is an element of second row, second column. So minus 1 to the power 2 plus 2 multiplied by minor of this element is 1, or simply it's going to be 1. That is how the definition wise I use to first construct the minor of each element, then construct the cofactor of each element. This is by using definition wise. This I will not suggest you at all to find out the cofactor. There is a simple method, I will tell you that. Clear, students? Okay. So my next definition is what is called as adjoint of a matrix. What is adjoint of a matrix? Okay, let's take an example here. Matrix A. Okay, so matrix A, let me take it as 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now just now by the previous explanation, cofactor matrix. That means each element will be replaced by its corresponding cofactor. You could look at the previous explanation, you know what are the cofactors of each element. So this is going to be 4, minus 2, minus 3, 1. Each element is replaced by its corresponding cofactor. So one cofactor of 1 will be 4, cofactor of 2 will be minus 3, minus 2, and cofactor of 3 will be, fine. 1 second. Cofactor of 1 will be 4, cofactor of 2 will be minus 3, cofactor of 3 will be minus 2, and cofactor of 4 will be 1. That's okay. That's fine. Okay, fine. Now look at this. Cofactor matrix. That means each element is replaced by its corresponding cofactors. Now, let me take the transpose of this matrix. That means row will be written in column wise. This row will be written in column wise. What I took the transpose of the cofactor matrix. That is called as the adjoint of a matrix. So definition for adjoint. Adjoint of a matrix is nothing but the transpose of the cofactor matrix. So once you construct cofactor, take the transpose of this. So adjoint of a matrix in short form is written like this. Adjoint of a matrix A, short form is this. Right. So that's the definition what we are looking for. Adjoint of a matrix. Adjoint of a matrix is nothing but the transpose of the cofactor matrix. So one column, I will explain all the three concepts in only one single column. Finding minors, finding cofactors, finding adjoint. Okay, while finding cofactors I will teach you a simple concept. Okay, not with the definition wise. Okay, so let me just take this example. There is an example A which is given as 4, minus 7, minus 3, 2. For this, I want to find out the adjoint. Step by step we should go, not directly. See, to find adjoint, I need cofactors. To find cofactors, I need minors. So one by one we will do at a time. Clear? Okay. Now, let us construct minor of each element. Minor of 4. Leaving the column and row in which 4 is present. The remaining element is 2. Then minor of minus 7. Leave the column and row in which minus 7 is present. The remaining element is minus 3. Then minor of minus 3. Leave the column and row, then the remaining element is minus 7. Minor of 2. Leave the column and row, the remaining element is 4. Clear? Right. Now, minor of each element is over. Now what I will do, I will not find out the cofactor of each element. Directly I will construct a cofactor matrix. I will tell you what to do. First thing, you construct matrix of minors. That means each element will be replaced by its minor. What's the minor of 4? Minor of 4 is 2. Minor of minus 7 is minus 3. Minor of minus 3 is minus 7. And minor of 2 is 4. Construct matrix of minors. Okay. To this, you multiply the sign matrix. For a 2 cross 2, what is the sign matrix? Plus, minus, minus, plus. Multiply the sign matrix. So what do you get here? 2. Then it's going to be 3. Then this is going to be 7. Okay. Yeah, then the last element is going to be, yeah, fine. The last element is going to be 4. That's okay. Fine, okay. When you multiply the matrix of minus by the sign matrix, the resultant matrix what is obtained here will be called as cofactor matrix. This is the shortcut and easiest method to write down the cofactors. There are different ways and different authors have given in a different form actually, but I find this is quite easier compared to all the other methods. Okay, finding minus, okay, then constructing matrix of minus, multiply that by the sign matrix. The resultant matrix is called as the cofactor matrix. So what is adjoint? Adjoint is the transpose of the cofactor matrix, correct? No? So adjoint of the matrix A, take the transpose of this 2, 3, 7, 4. That is how to obtain the adjoint of a matrix of 2 cross 2. Now I would like to just tell you, there is one shortcut method of finding for a 2 cross 2. You can find out the adjoint in only one step. This is a shortcut method what I am going to explain. Whatever I have written here, all this you remember, because we need it to do it for 3 cross 3. We need the procedure wise, correct? Now for a 2 cross 2 I will teach you the shortcut method of finding adjoint in only one step. Okay, given a matrix, don't do all this procedure. Fine, directly finding adjoint. So shortcut method, what to do is, first thing, interchange the diagonal elements, interchange the places of this 2, 4. Now change the sign of these two elements. Whatever, see, don't change the secondary diagonal. Elements will be same with opposite sign. So minus 7 will become plus 7, minus 3 will become plus 3. This is the regular procedure wise we got the adjoint, and this is a shortcut method of finding adjoint in only one step. Yes, this is permitted. We can try this. Remember this method. Okay, very helpful. So the shortcut method of finding adjoint only for a 2 cross 2 you can do this, not for 3 cross 3. So for a 2 cross 2 what to do? There are 2 steps. First step, interchange the diagonal elements. First step, change the sign of the secondary diagonal. You will interchange them. The elements which are present here, same elements with opposite sign you have to write. Don't interchange these two elements. Same elements with opposite sign. Clear, students? So that's how the adjoint has to be obtained. In stepwise, if you want to say, first construct matrix of minus, multiply that by the sign matrix. The resultant matrix is called as cofactor matrix. Take the transpose of this. The resultant matrix is called as the adjoint of the matrix. Clear? Then now some standard results or theorems based on these concepts whatever I have explained. First let us learn the standard concepts. Okay, so on minus there is nothing actually. Okay, but when I go for adjoint, there is one theorem which I would like to expand and explain. Okay, so there is one particular concept or particular theorem is there. Now to explain the theorem, first thing I should explain something for you. So let us consider a matrix A 1, 2, 3, 0, 4, minus 1, 2, 3, minus 1. Okay. I want only the cofactors of the first row. I will just like to concentrate on two things here. It's okay. Let me construct cofactors for all. It will be easy. One concept for 3 cross 3. Let me explain how to find minus, how to find cofactors, how to find adjoint. I will explain all the things. Till adjoint I will explain for 3 cross 3. Okay, so let's consider minor of 1. 1 is an element of first column, first row. The remainings are these 4, right? If you want, you can write down the determinant 4, minus 1, 3, minus 1, expand, minus 4. Remember, we know the signs is going to be plus and minus, right? So minus 4 plus 3, and that's going to be minus 1. So like that I have to find it for all the 9. And students, you know how to just skip this and write the things directly. So don't write the sign on the top of the first row, because we are not doing determinants. It's a matrix here. Okay. Now minor of 2, leaving the column and row, the remaining elements are these, right? Left diagonal minus the right diagonal. So it's going to be 2. Minor of 3. So what's minor of 3 will be? It's an element of third column and first row. So multiply these two. So it's going to be 0, minus 8, or it's going to be minus 8. First row is over. We have finished with the first row. Come to the second row. Minor of 0. Leave the column and row. You leave the row and column. The remaining elements are these 4, right? So 2 multiplied by minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 multiplied by 3 will be 9, and that's going to be minus 11. Now the next, my 4 is there, minor of 4. Leaving the column and row, the remaining elements are 1 multiplied by minus 1, minus 3 multiplied by 2 will be 6, and that's going to be minus 7. Now the next, minor of minus 1, it's an element of second row, third column. The remainings are these 4. So 1 multiplied by 3 will be 3, minus 2 multiplied by 2 will be 4, equal to minus 1. So let's continue for the third row. So what is for the third row? 3, minor of 2, correct? Now it's an element of first column, third row, right? The remainings are these 4. 2 multiplied by minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 multiplied by 4, 12. So on simplifying, minus 10. Next, minor of 3. It's an element of third row and second column. Leaving this, 1 multiplied by minus 1, 3 multiplied by 0 will be 0, so equal to minus 1. The last, minor of minus 1. It's an element of third row and third column. The remainings are these 4. So 4 minus 0 is equal to 4. So what I do here, after this, I will construct what is called as matrix of minors. So I will give you an heading, matrix of minors, correct? I need space, so let me just write here. So it's going to be minus 1, 2, minus 8. Each element will be replaced by its minors now. So the second row, it's going to be minus 11, minus 7, minus 1. So minus 10, minus 1, 4. This is matrix of minors. To this, simply you multiply the sign matrix of order 3 cross 3. This is an easier procedure, otherwise a different procedure there which will take lot of time. Okay, so after multiplying the sign matrix, the resultant matrix is called as cofactor matrix. So what is a cofactor matrix? So minus 1, each sign has to be multiplied, right? So minus 2, minus 8, 11, minus 7, 1, minus 10, 1, 4. This is called as cofactor matrix. Take the transpose of this, then the resultant matrix is called as the adjoint. So it's going to be minus 1, minus 2, minus 8, 11, minus 7, 1, minus 10, 1, 4. This is called as adjoint. Fine, students? Okay. Now, with the help of this, I would like to explain something. Okay. I will take the first row elements. Okay. What are the first row elements? 1, 2, 3. And what are the cofactors of the first row? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 8. Correct. So what I will do here, I will multiply the element with its corresponding cofactor. Cofactor of 1 is minus 1. So 1 multiplied by minus 1 plus 2 multiplied by its cofactor. Cofactor of 2 is minus 2 plus 3 multiplied by its cofactor. Its cofactor is minus 8. Let me just simplify this. So minus 1, minus 4, 24. Yeah, that's okay. So the resultant will be minus 29. Fine, remember this thing. So what I did here, I multiply the first row elements with its corresponding cofactors. One thing. Okay, now this is first thing, this is second thing. I will take the same first row elements 1, 2, 3 elements of first row. Multiply them with cofactors of the C. These are cofactors of the second row elements, right? So what I do here, I will multiply first row elements with the cofactors of the second row. Cofactors of the second row. 11 plus minus 7 plus 1. So 11 minus 14 plus 3. What's the answer will be? Clear? Okay. Now, a matrix is given to us. Let me take the determinant of this matrix directly. So it's going to be plus minus plus. So 1 multiplied by. So 1 multiplied by, how much it's going to be? Minus 4 plus 3. Then minus 2 multiplied by 0 plus 2 plus 3 multiplied by 0 minus 8. Let me simplify this. So it's going to be minus 3 minus 4 minus 24. Okay. Sorry, this is just minus 1. That's it. Fine. So what's the answer will be? Minus 24. A statement which is not there in the EPL. Okay.